Well, with all the things I liked about the LattePanda, there was one thing that I didn't like, and that was a micro USB power port. Sure enough, that one's the one that came back and bit me. Mine broke, and here's how I fixed it. As you can see in this photo, there's a crack that appeared between the actual connector where it's fastened to the PC board and the connector itself. Obviously, over the years, this connector finally broke free due to minor vibrating and moving of the power cord. Try as I might, there's just no way to solder this connector back. There's just not enough of a solder pad to reconnect the connector to the board. And the more I moved it and the more I played with it, the worse the situation became. After a period of time, I finally broke the connector power where the actual power is soldered into the board. After that, it was a hopeless condition, so now it's time to find a new way to power the Panda. I started digging through the Panda documentation and then realized this board is wired for Arduino. With that, the little light came on that basically said, well, all these connectors have got both a power and a ground to them. Now, as long as they're not diode protected, they can be power plugs as well as sensor plugs. I was using fans on my LattePanda, so this option wasn't available, but the two fan plugs can also serve as power plugs. I started digging through my collection of USB cables and found one that went to a piece of obsolete equipment that I no longer have, so I decided to go ahead and just cut that custom connector off, saving, of course, the red wire and the black wire, and getting rid of the data cable wires. The next step was to find a connector for the Panda end. This particular connector came out of an old VCR. The only thing I did to it was just modify the little locking tab by removing it on the side that went into the Panda connector. Since this connector is directional, I can't plug it in backwards. After a little soldering and heat shrink, I now have a new connector. And here's what it looks like plugged into the board. This fixed the problem, and now my Panda's back running perfectly, and with what should be a more durable power connector. Well, thanks for dropping by. Hope you found this useful. Come on back, pay me a visit sometime. I've got lots more coming, and I'm sure some of you are going to want to see. Until then, take care. Have a great day.